Before we start the Zebec video, we must address the elephant in the room. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are my snipers doing today? You guys are doing fantastic. That was the elephant. Little did I know, once again, that introduction causes controversy. Did you guys know that? I understand sometimes in my videos, especially when I'm jacked up on caffeine and extra excited about life and just extra excited about Zebec and other cryptos and etc. I might say, ladies and gentlemen, maybe multiple times. But here is the truth, right? The intro is never leaving, all right? The intro is never, ever leaving. Listen, if you haven't seen, some people get upset that I say ladies and gentlemen, but I mean, like, what if you're not a lady and if you're not a gentleman, then what are you? You know what? I'm treating you guys, I feel like, with the highest respect. You know what I'm saying? And listen, so if I do say it a lot, then I try to consciously try to say it less, right? But the intro and the outro of me saying it are staying forever, because I said it before and I'll say it again. I'm not changing myself for anybody unless it's like something really, really valid. Like if there's a true negative trait about me, then I'm willing to change and be open-minded and etc. But if it's just a small little intro that sometimes ticks people off, I mean, it is what it is. So goodbye, Mr. Elephant. The elephant has been addressed. Listen, right? We have a new video out from Zebec. Now, here is the deal, right? We might not see too much from this, right? We do have a new look and everything, so it is looking absolutely sexy. But here is the deal, people, right? When we go to the comments below, people are saying MICA completed. And when we go and look, here is the thing, right? SOC2 and MICA approved. Zebec Net and Super App will be launching in the coming weeks. DTCC possible partnerships with hints of NDA. Stellar Org, which is XLM, partnership to become more in-depth with details in the coming weeks. Big announcement next week. So overall, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, I did it right there, right? It's going to take some time for me to not say it too often, but we can see, right? SOC2 completed, MICA completed, FCA expected in 2025, ISO in progress. So we talked about this roughly 2 to 3 weeks ago, that there were some MICA assumptions and etc. But look, now we have it approved and confirmed. It is completed. So very, very huge stepping stone, right? Very, very huge. That is what we love to see. Now, did I ever doubt Zebec? No. Right? Zebec Network has been absolutely smashing it in terms of partnerships, exchanges, I mean, innovation, everything, right? We haven't really seen, too many delays or things fall apart like ever, right? We are really, really doing well. Well, not we, I guess Zebec is doing really, really well on their end, right? Their team is phenomenal. The crypto is amazing. So look, they completed the MICA as expected, right? Boom. That is very, very nice for us. We could see the Web3 native consumer financial management app right here, the super app coming soon. So this is going to also add a nice net bonus to us and Zebec in the long run, right? Having a nice super app. So look, Zebec once again taking absolute W's, and I'm not surprised, right? I am not surprised. Speaking about Zebec Man, if you guys are on Twitter, highly recommend following Zebec Man because he consistently posts about Zebec. Just finished a small staking over the past 4 months, added 1 million more Zebec back into the wallet. You can stake as well and earn extra Zebec. Now, we are just going to do a simple calculation, right? We are going to do a simple, actually, no, we're not going to do a simple calculation. Here is the deal, people, right? If Zebec were hypothetically going to hit $1, let's say this cycle, let's say next cycle, let's just say over, possibly the next few months to few short years, this person just got an extra potentially $1 million worth of Zebec, right? And let's say it goes to 50 cents. That is $500,000 worth of Zebec. Now let's say it goes to 10 cents. That is an extra $10,000 worth of Zebec. Now, let's say it just only goes to a cent. That is an extra 10,000 worth of Zebec. So staking is very, very powerful, right? Staking is very, very powerful. We can see here are the rewards, right? The rewards are here. The lock off times are here. And yeah, you know, highly recommend looking into staking. Always do your own research and always, you know, double check if you want to commit to it. But that is something worth looking into, in my personal opinion. Listen, Zebec cards, right? When we go and look at Zebec cards, which is related to Zebec Network, we can see, boom, we teamed up with World Mobile. So very, very nice, right? Very, very nice. Real world utility demands real conversation. Following the launch of WM Chain X Zebec cards, we're hosting a joint X space tomorrow with the team that built it. So this, we won't be able to look at this, right, because there's already a recording and such, but right, Simon, CEO and co-founder of Zebec Network, will join the World Mobile CEO, Mr. Telecoms, and our community manager, the Zbcn Cat, to answer all of your questions about the partnership. So we can see, right, very, very nice partnership once again. Right, once again, Zebec is doing very, very nice. You know, mini partnership here, little thing over here, and obviously the MICA is huge, right? The MICA is our biggest win yet in terms of recent times. Dare I say bigger than Kraken? Actually, I will say it is bigger than Kraken. It is bigger than Kraken because it's going to be a absolute stepping stone and foundation towards the future of Zebec. So yes, it is bigger and better than Kraken. Not that it's a competition, not that it's a competition, it's a completely different category. We can see, right, for the final thing that we will be covering, we have to translate this post. Boom, new listing for Zebec. We can see, boom, right, the only comment here, boom, Zebec. So we can see, right, by Blocks Bitcoin and Crypto app, we added 3 new coins. We don't care, and Zebec Network are now available for you in the Blocks app. So like I just said, Zebec Network is consistently taking wins from all different aspects, from exchange listings to new partnerships to, getting the MICA completed and approved. Things are looking good. We are literally smashing all the departments, from anywhere from a small win to a medium win to a large win to an extremely large win. Everywhere we are consistently winning. I don't understand how people continuously doubt Zebec. I know, of course, everyone wants to see it go up, and they always have the question, well, if there's good things coming out, why is the crypto dropping or not necessarily pumping up? And ladies and gentlemen, we seen it last week, right? We seen it last week how just because there's good news and such doesn't mean that the markets will pump, right? We seen it when we go look, boom, right? This was last week. We dumped roughly 40%. We know other cryptos dumped 70 to 85% on average. So Zebec held way better. But what does it tell you? That there's a lot of manipulation. And at the end of the day, especially for the short term, it doesn't really matter when we have these massive wins. It matters in the long run. This is going to be the difference between a 1 cent Zebec, a 5 cent Zebec, a 15 cent Zebec, a 50 cent Zebec, and $1 Zebec this cycle. What we do before the pumps officially start matters a lot. Okay, it matters a lot, because if we hypothetically were to get, massive positive news once bear season officially starts, right? It doesn't really matter. What matters is everything like right now before the big pumps. Like, let's just say we're somewhere here with Zebec, right? Let's say we're somewhere over here. We might go down a little bit before the big rally starts, right? This is what matters. News coming out now. News coming out in Q4, right? News coming out while we start going to the upside. That's what matters, because that's going to be the difference between a 10 cent, a 50 cent, and $1 Zebec this cycle. So do not get discouraged. You have to remember, at the end of the day, these gains are amazing, right? Let's say even if we hit a 10x this cycle, which I believe we're going to do way better, at the end of the day, it's a 10x. Where else are you going to find a 10x in potentially a couple of months or a year, even 2 years, 3 years, hypothetically, right? Where else would you really find that? Nowhere. And that's the truth, right? So only crypto can provide that. And with a crypto like Zebec, right, a high probability crypto, yeah, you know, this is one of those cryptos I just sleep very, very well on for when I do hold it, and when I just see even price action go down, it does not bother me at all. We can see we're at 86,541 holders. Would not be surprised if by the end of the day we hit 86,600 holders, because Zebec has been absolutely smashing it. But that is going to be it. I love you guys so much. And ladies and gentlemen, I'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.